What if you dared to look beyond the surface and confront what you've been avoiding, what you've repressed or even ignored about yourself? At the heart of Carl Jung's psychology lies a powerful truth. Our wholeness as human beings can only be achieved when we embrace not only our light but also our darkness. Jung invites us to delve into the shadows of our psyche, those hidden parts that, when recognized and integrated, lead us to a more authentic, freer, and fuller life. This process of facing the dark side is not an invitation to fear, but to self-discovery. Through the integration of these forgotten, fragmented, or even rejected facets of our being, we can become the person we truly are beyond expectations, masks, and the limitations imposed by our surroundings. In this journey, every shadow we encounter is an opportunity to free ourselves from the chains that prevent us from living in harmony with our true self. Join me on a journey through Jung's fundamental principles, where you'll discover how self-knowledge and the acceptance of your shadow not only transform your psyche, but allow you to become the most complete and genuine version of yourself. As Jung wisely said, "He who looks outside dreams, he who looks inside awakens." My personal journey with the shadow began at a pivotal moment in my life. Despite external successes, I struggled with an internal emptiness, a disconnection between my achievements and my sense of fulfillment. This dissonance led me to the teachings of Jung, which eventually paved the way for a journey of deep introspection. It was a journey filled with challenges, but the perspectives I gained were profoundly transformative. I discovered aspects of myself buried beneath social expectations and personal fears. Acknowledging these hidden parts freed me from self-imposed limitations and allowed for a more authentic connection with others, along with a deeper sense of purpose. The central argument we will unfold today is this: embracing our dark side is a transformative journey toward becoming our true selves. It is about recognizing that our shadows, although they may originate in fear and pain, are also sources of untapped potential, strength, and authenticity. This journey is not easy. It is complex, filled with challenges and revelations. Most importantly, it is a path laden with opportunities for growth. As we navigate the psychological landscape of Jung, we will explore the nature of this concept, the repercussions of ignoring it, and the transformative power of confronting and integrating it into our conscious lives. Integrating our dark side is not about eliminating these darker aspects or striving for an ideal state of perfection. It is about harmonizing our inner world. This process enriches our personality, broadens our emotional spectrum, and enhances our ability to empathize and understand. The rewards of this integration are manifold, from greater self-awareness to enriched relationships, from the release of creativity to emotional resilience. Facing and embracing our darker side can lead to a life that is not only more authentic, but also more fulfilling and vibrant. Our discussion will guide you through practical steps for this journey, covering self-reflection exercises, therapeutic approaches, and real success stories, shedding light on the path to embracing your shadow. Whether you're new to Jung's theories or already on the path of self-exploration, our discussion promises to offer thought-provoking ideas and practical strategies. Essentially, the journey to embracing our dark side is transformative. It involves recognizing, accepting, and integrating all parts of ourselves. It is not a path to becoming what we think we should be, but to becoming what we truly are, complex, unique, and whole. Join me as we embark on this profound journey of self-discovery and fulfillment. A journey where facing our shadows leads us to find our true light. Carl Gustav Jung, born in Switzerland in 1875, emerged as a crucial figure in the field of psychology, forging a path distinct from his contemporaries. His upbringing was marked by a fascination with philosophy and spirituality, elements that would deeply influence his psychological theories. After starting his career as a psychiatrist, Jung's early work was significantly influenced by Sigmund Freud. However, he soon diverged, developing unique theories that would shape modern psychology. Jung's impact on psychology cannot be overstated. He was a pioneer who ventured beyond the traditional confines of early 20th century thought, integrating aspects of mythology, religion, and philosophy into his understanding of the human psyche. His holistic approach was revolutionary, shifting the focus from merely treating psychopathologies to exploring the rich and complex nature of the human mind. Jung's journey into the depths of the mind began with his own experiences as a child. He was introspective and often solitary, qualities that fostered a deep inner life. This inner world was full of dreams and visions, which he later understood as manifestations of the unconscious. His academic career was marked by an unrelenting pursuit of knowledge, culminating in his medical degree from the University of Basel in 1900. Initially, his work aligned with Freudian psychoanalysis, but by 1912 Jung was developing his own theories, leading to a famous break with Freud. This break was partly due to Jung's disagreement with Freud's emphasis on sexuality as the sole driving force behind human behavior. Jung believed that the psyche was more complex and influenced by broader factors, including spiritual and cultural elements. Jung's career was prolific, marked by extensive writing, lectures, and the establishment of key psychological concepts. He founded analytical psychology, a school of thought that continues to influence therapy, counseling, and personal development practices today. One of Jung's most revolutionary ideas was the collective unconscious. He proposed that, in addition to our personal unconscious, there exists a deeper layer shared by all humans. This collective unconscious is a repository of experiences and memories inherited from our ancestors, containing universal themes and symbols. These themes, which he called archetypes, manifest across cultures and times, influencing our beliefs, behaviors, and dreams. Archetypes are universal prototypes for ideas and can manifest in dreams, literature, art, or religion. Some of the most notable archetypes identified by Jung include the mother, the hero, the shadow, and the anima and animus. These archetypes represent fundamental human motifs or experiences, acting as guides in our psychological development and understanding of the world. Perhaps most relevant to our discussion today is the archetype of the shadow. It represents the darker, unconscious aspects of the personality with which the conscious ego does not identify, often comprising repressed ideas, weaknesses, desires, instincts, and deficiencies. Jung argued that confronting and integrating our dark side was crucial for achieving psychological wholeness. He claimed that the parts of us we perceive as negative or undesirable are just as integral to our identity as our positive aspects. Jung's exploration of these concepts was not only theoretical, he applied them in his clinical practice. He believed that understanding these archetypes and the collective unconscious could lead to profound insights into the patient's psyche and aid their journey towards self-realization and individuation. Individuation, a central concept in Jung's theory, is the process of integrating the unconscious with the conscious mind, leading to a more complete and balanced individual. Through his extensive work, Jung laid the foundations for many modern psychological practices, from dream analysis to art therapy. His influence extends beyond psychology to literature, art, and religious studies, making him one of the most significant figures for understanding the human psyche. Jung's theories offer a perspective through which we can view not only individual psychology, but also cultural phenomena and collective behaviors. By exploring these deeper layers of the mind, Jung opened up new possibilities for understanding ourselves and the world around us. His work invites us to consider the numerous influences that shape our thoughts, actions, and experiences. At the heart of Carl Jung's analytical psychology lies the concept of the shadow, a term that encapsulates the hidden and darker aspect of our personality. Jung described it as the dark side of the ego, the repository of repressed desires, undeveloped potential, and unfulfilled aspirations. It represents those parts of us that we choose to keep in the dark, whether because they are socially unacceptable, contradict our preferred self-image, or are too painful to acknowledge. Jung believed that the shadow is an integral part of the human psyche and forms during our early stages of development. As we grow and learn societal norms, we tend to suppress traits and impulses deemed inappropriate or unacceptable. These suppressed elements do not disappear. Instead, they accumulate in the unconscious, forming the dark side of our mind. It is not just a repository of negative aspects. It also holds positive potential. Jung famously asserted, "We all carry a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the darker and denser it is." This quote highlights that this darkness, if unrecognized, can have a profound impact on our lives, often manifesting in ways we do not expect or understand. This concept can manifest in various ways in our daily lives, often appearing as projections, Projection is a defense mechanism in which we attribute qualities, feelings, or desires that we find unacceptable in ourselves to others. For example, if someone is frequently bothered by arrogance in others, it could be a trait they unconsciously deny in themselves. Another common manifestation is through dreams and fantasies. The shadow may appear in dreams as a figure of the same gender as the dreamer, often engaging in actions or displaying traits that strongly contrast with the dreamer's conscious identity. These dream symbols are valuable clues for understanding the hidden aspects of our psyche. Our dark side also emerges in our immediate emotional reactions, especially those that are disproportionate to the situation. For example, an exaggerated reaction to a minor annoyance could be an expression of an element of the shadow. These intense emotional responses often serve as signs that point to unresolved issues or repressed aspects of ourselves. We also see it in our moral judgments. The traits we find most objectionable in others are often reflections of our own shadow. Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." This statement emphasizes the importance of self-reflection when we experience negative emotions towards others. The shadow plays a significant role in our interpersonal relationships. It can manifest as immediate and irrational aversions towards certain people, often because they exhibit traits that we unconsciously reject in ourselves. Conversely, intense and inexplicable attractions may also be the work of our dark side, drawing us toward people who embody aspects of ourselves that we have not yet recognized or integrated. Understanding and recognizing this idea can have profound implications for personal growth. By acknowledging and integrating these hidden aspects, we can achieve a greater sense of integrity and authenticity. The process of working with the shadow involves exploring these darker aspects, understanding their origins, and finding ways to integrate them into our conscious life. This integration helps reduce internal conflict and improves our ability to relate to others. It is essential to understand that this dark side, despite its name and nature, is not entirely negative. It holds not only our fears and weaknesses, but also unexplored talents, creative energies, and desires. For example, someone who has always valued rationality and dismissed artistic activities may find a source of creativity in their unrecognized self. Jung's concept invites us to embrace the full spectrum of our personality, including those aspects that we may find uncomfortable or challenging. By doing so, we open ourselves up to a richer and more nuanced understanding of who we are. This process can lead to a fuller and more satisfying life, as it allows us to live more authentically and express ourselves more genuinely. The consequences of ignoring the shadow in the realm of psychological development are as follows. Projection and tension in relationships. One of the most significant effects of ignoring the unrecognized self is the tendency to project these characteristics onto others. This projection can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts in relationships, internal conflict and inauthenticity. The unrecognized aspects of our personality can create internal conflict as these repressed parts struggle to surface. This inner discord can manifest as feelings of inauthenticity. Psychological imbalance. Jungian theory emphasizes the importance of balance within the psyche. Unaddressed parts of our psyche can disturb this balance, leading to psychological disorders such as anxiety, depression, or personality disorders. Stagnation in personal growth. Ignoring these aspects hinders personal growth and development. When we deny parts of our personality, we limit our potential for self-discovery and self-realization. Implications in real life, career and personal ambitions. In the professional realm, people may find themselves pursuing careers or goals that align with their conscious image, but ignore their deeper aspirations or talents. Interpersonal dynamics. On a relational level, the consequences can be observed in patterns of conflict and dissatisfaction. People may repeatedly find themselves in relationships where they feel misunderstood or unsatisfied. 3. Emotional well-being. Emotionally, the impact is evident in feelings of unexplained sadness, anger, or fear. These emotions often arise from the tension between the conscious and unconscious self. 4. Physical health. The psychological stress of maintaining this internal division can even manifest physically. Symptoms such as chronic fatigue, unexplained pains, and stress-related illnesses are often linked to unresolved psychological issues. The path to recognizing and integrating these hidden parts of ourselves is not just a journey toward personal healing, but also a step toward healthier relationships and a more balanced society. It is through this process that we can find true alignment with our inner selves, leading to an authentic and fulfilling life. In the following sections, we will explore the transformative process of facing and integrating these aspects of our personality. This exploration will not only provide insight into the mechanisms of personal transformation, but will also offer practical guidance for those seeking to embark on this journey of self-discovery and growth. Embracing the darker aspects of our personality is a crucial step toward achieving psychological integrity. This process involves several key steps, each with its own challenges and strategies for overcoming them. 1. Self-reflection and recognition. The first step is to engage in honest self-reflection. This involves recognizing that there are aspects of ourselves that we have not fully acknowledged. It is about asking ourselves difficult questions and being open to discovering parts of our personality that we have previously denied or ignored. 2. Exploration and understanding. Once we recognize these aspects, the next step is to explore them. This can be done through various methods such as journaling, meditation, and psychotherapy. The goal is to understand why these aspects were repressed and how they have influenced our behavior and decisions. 3. Acceptance. After understanding these aspects of our personality, the next crucial step is acceptance. This means accepting them as part of who we are without judgment. It involves recognizing that these aspects, whether positive or negative, contribute to the complexity of our being. 4. Integration. The final step is integrating these aspects into our conscious life. This involves finding ways to express and incorporate these previously hidden parts of ourselves in a healthy and constructive manner. It may involve changing behaviors, exploring new interests, or modifying how we interact with others. Challenges and difficulties. 1. Resistance to self-discovery. One of the first challenges is overcoming the initial resistance to self-discovery. It can be uncomfortable to face aspects of ourselves that we have denied for a long time. The key here is to cultivate a non-judgmental attitude toward oneself and to recognize that this process is a path toward greater self-awareness and fulfillment. 2. Emotional turbulence. As we explore these unrecognized aspects, we may encounter intense emotions such as fear, anger, or sadness. These emotions are a natural part of the process. It is important to allow ourselves to feel these emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Practices such as mindfulness and grounding techniques can be helpful in managing these emotional states. 3. Difficulty in acceptance. Accepting these aspects can be challenging, especially if they conflict with our established self-image or social norms. It is crucial to create a supportive environment during this process, whether through therapy, supportive relationships, or self-help groups. Reminding ourselves that all humans have a complex mix of traits and that perfection is not the goal can also help in the acceptance process. 4. Integration into daily life. Finally, integrating these aspects into our daily life can be a gradual process. It may involve changing deeply rooted behavioral patterns or reevaluating values and goals. Patience and persistence are key, as well as the willingness to experiment and learn from mistakes. As we navigate this journey, it is important to remember that it is not a linear process. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt, but each step forward contributes to a deeper understanding of ourselves and a more authentic way of living. This journey is about embracing the full spectrum of our being and recognizing that every aspect, no matter how dark it may seem, has value and contributes to our integrity. The benefits of integrating your shadow, becoming your best self. The journey of integrating the darkest parts of our personality is not simply a process of self-examination and acceptance. It is a transformative path that leads to profound personal growth and a fuller life. Let's explore the multitude of benefits this integration offers. Integrating these aspects of ourselves leads to a holistic transformation. This process is akin to gathering the missing pieces of a puzzle. By recognizing and incorporating all parts of our personality, we become more complete and authentic versions of ourselves. This wholeness brings about a multitude of positive changes in various aspects of our lives, including self-awareness, relationships, creativity, emotional resilience, and overall well-being. 1. Greater self-awareness. One of the primary benefits is a greater sense of self-awareness. When we explore and accept all parts of ourselves, we gain a deeper understanding of who we are, what drives us, and what we truly value. This awareness allows us to make more conscious decisions in our lives, aligning our actions with our true selves. We become more mindful of our reactions, behaviors, and choices, leading to a more intentional and authentic life. 2. Improved relationships. Integrating these aspects also significantly improves our relationships. By understanding ourselves better, we develop greater empathy and understanding toward others. We become more accepting of the complexities of others by recognizing similarities within ourselves. This understanding fosters deeper connections, improved communication, and more meaningful interactions with those around us. 3. Unleashed creativity. Creativity is another area that benefits immensely from this integration. Often, our most creative impulses reside in parts of ourselves that we haven't fully explored. By embracing these aspects, we unlock new sources of inspiration and creativity. We find new ways to express ourselves, whether through art, writing, music, or any other form of creative expression. This creative release not only enriches our lives, but also positively contributes to the world around us. 4. Emotional resilience and growth. The journey toward integration also fosters emotional resilience. By confronting and accepting our darkest parts, we learn to navigate difficult emotions and situations with greater ease. This resilience allows us to face life's challenges with more strength and grace. Furthermore, this process contributes to emotional growth. We develop a broader emotional range, experiencing life more fully and authentically. I encourage you to embark on this journey of personal exploration and integration. The path is not always easy and requires courage and honesty, but the rewards are invaluable. You will discover aspects of yourself you never knew existed. You will develop a richer, more nuanced understanding of who you are, and most importantly, you will enter a life more aligned with your true self. Remember, this journey is deeply personal and unique for each individual. There is no right or wrong way to approach it, and it unfolds differently for everyone. The key is to remain open, curious, and compassionate with yourself as you navigate this path. As you embark on this transformative journey, you are not only improving your life, but you are also contributing to a more conscious and empathetic world. By becoming the best version of yourself, you inspire those around you to do the same. This collective growth and self-improvement have the power to create positive change in our communities and society as a whole. Transformation and integration. The path to wholeness. The process of integrating the unrecognized parts of our personality is not only a journey of self-discovery, it is at the heart of what Jung called individuation. This journey goes beyond personal improvement. It is about achieving a profound and authentic understanding of self-realization. Individuation is a concept introduced by Jung that refers to the process of becoming self-aware, integrating the unconscious with the conscious, and fully realizing the unique potential of each individual. It is the psychological process of integrating opposites within the psyche, including both the conscious and unconscious elements of our personality. Jung explained that the goal of life is to make your heartbeat match the rhythm of the universe, to pair your nature with nature. This quote reflects the essence of individuation, aligning the inner self with the broader rhythms of life. It is a process of reconciling the various parts of oneself, leading to a more harmonious and balanced existence. Individuation is not about being perfect or eliminating flaws. It is about embracing all aspects of oneself, which leads to a greater understanding and acceptance of who we are. This process fosters a sense of wholeness and authenticity, allowing us to live true to our deepest selves. Integration plays a crucial role in the individuation process. It involves recognizing, understanding, and incorporating the previously unrecognized parts of our personality into our conscious life. This integration is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of growth and development. As we integrate these parts, we often find that our values, beliefs, and perceptions evolve. We may discover new interests or passions, or we may find ourselves re-evaluating the direction of our life. This evolution is a natural part of aligning more with our authentic self. A key aspect of this journey is overcoming the dichotomies within ourselves. Jung believed that the human psyche is dualistic, composed of opposing elements such as the masculine and feminine, the rational and irrational, or light and darkness. Individuation involves reconciling these opposites, recognizing that they are not mutually exclusive but complementary parts of a whole. This reconciliation leads to a more nuanced understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It allows us to navigate life's complexities with greater wisdom and flexibility. As Jung aptly stated, we do not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. This statement highlights the importance of recognizing and integrating all parts of ourselves, even those we would prefer to keep hidden. The ultimate goal of this transformative process is to live authentically. Living authentically means being true to our innermost nature, expressing ourselves honestly and fully in all aspects of our lives. It is about aligning our actions and choices with our true self, leading to a life that is not only more fulfilling, but also more meaningful. This journey toward authenticity and wholeness is unique to each individual. It is shaped by our personal experiences, values, and aspirations. However, the underlying principles remain the same, embracing the full spectrum of our being and seeking a harmonious integration of all our parts. Philosophical reflections on shadow integration and acceptance of the whole self. Friedrich Nietzsche, the German philosopher, profoundly impacts our understanding of self-integration. His concept of the Übermensch, Superman, is particularly relevant. Nietzsche proposed that the Übermensch is an individual who has transcended the constraints of conventional morality to create a personal system of values. This transcendence is not about ignoring ethical principles, but about understanding and integrating the multitude of forces within oneself, including those that society may consider negative or undesirable. Nietzsche's philosophy encourages us to face and embrace the complexities of our nature. He believed that recognizing and integrating these complexities is essential to achieving true greatness of character. His famous statement, "He who fights with monsters should be careful lest he thereby become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you," strikingly captures the idea of confronting the darkest aspects of our personality. It is a warning and a call to embrace our entirety, without losing our own being in the process. René Descartes and the pursuit of authenticity. René Descartes, often considered the first existentialist philosopher, offers another crucial perspective on self-integration. His emphasis on personal choice, responsibility, and the search for meaning closely aligns with the journey of integrating the unrecognized self. Descartes believed that true self-discovery involves a deep commitment to the inner self, including aspects we may be inclined to ignore or hide. He argued that people often conform to social norms at the expense of their authentic self, leading to a life of inauthenticity. For Descartes, the path to authenticity involves conscious recognition and acceptance of one's true nature, including the less flattering parts. It fosters a reflective life in which one continuously questions and reevaluates their beliefs, values, and choices, aligning them more closely with their genuine self. Eastern philosophies, embracing duality and balance. Eastern philosophies have long embraced the concept of duality and balance. In traditions such as Taoism, the idea of yin and yang highlights the complementary nature of opposites. These philosophies encourage the acceptance and integration of all aspects of the self, acknowledging that light and dark, strength and vulnerability, action and stillness all coexist and contribute to the overall harmony of life. This approach is foundational to individuation, where the goal is not to eliminate the shadows, but to integrate them into a balanced, harmonious whole. Eastern philosophies, especially Taoism and Buddhism, offer profound insights into the process of self-integration. The Taoist concept of yin and yang symbolizes the balance of opposites, darkness and light, softness and strength, passivity and activity. This concept can be applied to the idea of integrating the unrecognized self, where the goal is to find harmony between the contrasting aspects of our personality. Buddhism, with its emphasis on the middle way, teaches a similar concept of balance, advocating for a path of moderation that avoids the extremes of self-denial and self-indulgence. This philosophy can be interpreted as encouragement to recognize and integrate all aspects of oneself, avoiding the extremes of rejecting or being consumed by any one part of our psyche. These philosophical perspectives offer a rich, multifaceted understanding of the journey towards self-integration. They provide not only a framework for comprehending the complexity of this process, but also a guide to help us embrace the full range of our personality. Each perspective, in its own unique way, enhances our understanding of what it means to live as a fully realized and authentic individual. Together, these philosophical views offer profound insight into the path of self-integration. They help us understand this complex journey while encouraging us to embrace all parts of ourselves. As we conclude this exploration, it's important to reflect on the deep journey we've undertaken, one that delves into the depths of our psyche and the essence of our being. We began by introducing Carl Jung, a leading figure in psychology whose groundbreaking ideas have illuminated the path to understanding the human mind. His concept of integrating the unrecognized aspects of our personality serves as a framework for deep, transformative personal growth. We examined the complexities of this concept, highlighting how these hidden facets of our personality, often perceived as dark or negative, are essential components of our wholeness. We discussed the consequences of neglecting these parts, such as psychological imbalance, strained relationships, and obstacles to personal growth. We then explored the transformative process of confronting and integrating these aspects, which requires self-reflection, understanding, acceptance, and integration. Each step presents unique challenges, but leads to a more authentic and harmonious life. We also explored the many benefits of this integration, including heightened self-awareness, improved relationships, unlocked creativity, and enhanced emotional resilience. These benefits underscore the transformative power of embracing all parts of our psyche. By turning to the wisdom of both ancient and modern philosophers who have reflected on the complexities of the human spirit, we gained a broader context for our discussion, emphasizing the timeless and universal nature of the quest for self-integration and authenticity. This journey is more than just a psychological or philosophical exploration. It is deeply personal. Each of us carries within ourselves the potential for extraordinary growth and transformation. As we embark on this path of self-discovery and integration, we open ourselves to a life that is not only more authentic and fulfilling, but also more aligned with our true potential. This process of integration is ongoing and ever-evolving, requiring courage, honesty, and perseverance. It calls us to look inward, confront what we may have avoided in the past, and embrace our whole selves with all of our complexities, contradictions, and inherent beauty. I encourage you, the reader, to reflect on your own journey. Think about the parts of yourself you may have overlooked or neglected. Recognize that within these hidden depths lie untapped forces and potential. The journey toward integrating these aspects is not just about personal growth. It is a path to self-revelation and empowerment. Take the time to engage in self-reflection and explore your inner world with curiosity and compassion. Remember, you don't need to go on this journey alone. Seek support, whether through dialogue with others, professional guidance, or by exploring the rich resources available in philosophy and psychology. As you embark on this journey, remember that every step you take toward integrating your whole self brings you closer to a more authentic and fulfilling life. While the path may be challenging, it is also incredibly rewarding. Embrace the journey with an open heart and mind, and prepare to discover a world within you that is rich, vibrant, and full of potential. Your vision will only become clear when you can look into your own heart. He who looks outward dreams, he who looks inward awakens. These words from Carl Jung remind us that the true journey of discovery lies not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes, looking within ourselves to uncover the richness and diversity of our being. So move forward with courage and curiosity. Embrace the full spectrum of your humanity, and as you do, watch how your life unfolds in ways more magnificent and satisfying than you could have ever imagined. This is not just a path to personal improvement, it is the path to self-realization, a journey to the very core of what it means to be fully and wonderfully human.